Hello, welcome back to Random Vids. As you can see, this video has something to do with Mario Party 8. And yes, we have gotten to Mario Party 8. So anyway, this is going to be the top 10 worst Mario Party 8 minigames. Feel free to leave your, opinions in the comments below, and it's cool seeing what y'all's favorite minigames are in these Mario Parties. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Mario Party 8 is a pretty meh one for me. You know how a lot of people say how the Mario Party series really started going downhill toward the 2010s year? This is the Mario Party that started it for me. I don't know. It's just not for me. It's not really terrible. Like, it can be creative, but it's just not for me. I'm sorry. So anyway, let's talk about the top 10 worst Mario Party 8 minigames. Let's go. At number 10, we have So as you can see here at number 10 is Frozen Assets. Honestly, like most of the other ones that are more further down on the list aren't necessarily bad, but are just ones that are more mediocre. Frozen Assets just feels kind of like that one minigame from Mario Party 6 where you're going through the it's one of the dual minigames in Mario Party 6. I forget what it's called, but it's the one where you're in this like dark and spooky forest and you're trying to find the gems. Both of these are pretty much a tie. I like it when Mario Party games copy other Mario Party minigames, but it has to be done right. This one, Both minigames are both pretty boring. I mean, look, even the background is boring. It's just ice. Hooray. Nothing much else I have to say about the minigame. It's not terrible, but it's not awesome. So let's go on to number 9. Which would be... That's right. Here at number 8 or 9 is Rudder Madness. Well, I don't really see the madness part of it, but rudder, maybe. Honestly, a lot of people really don't like this minigame. I can see why, but it's not one of those that are just frustratingly horrible. It's just kind of more like, why was this even created type of thing. Rudder Madness is a slow-moving, racing type of minigame. So I could see why, as I said, but the worst Mario Party 8 minigame? Really? I don't really would consider it, like, it's so bad it's good type of thing, if you know what I mean. I try to have fun with this minigame as much as I try to make it fun enough. So, yeah, even if it's not the worst Mario Party 8 minigame in my opinion, it's still definitely not a fun, or it's still not a good one at least. Like I said, I just try to have fun with it, so it's not terribly boring. I just don't like how everything's so slow-paced in this minigame. And now let's move on to number 8, which is... That's right, number 8 is Locomotion. Whatever. How do I feel about this minigame? Well, it's definitely more fast-paced than the last one. That's something. I mean, what's the main gimmick about this minigame? You have to watch 3 different things and make sure none of these 3 trains run into any of the balloons, or else you lose the minigame. This concept can be kind of good, but I mean, overall, in my opinion, I just find it really boring. Well, not boring, hard. Like, it's annoying. It goes from okay to being kind of annoying when you have to watch 3 trains at once and make sure none of them run into a balloon. And then you have the clunky Wii controllers, so it's just like, what's the point? I mean, it's a very creative idea, but it's too much. So, yeah, there's not much else I have to say about the minigame. Let's just move on to number 7, which is... So this minigame is what I like to call, I think it's called You're the Bob-omb or something like that. I don't know. I don't know the Mario Party 8 minigames like I do the... Wow, that was fast. I don't know the Mario Party 8 minigames like I do the GameCube ones. So, what happens if you take Bowser's Big Blast and mix it in with the Bob-omb one from Mario Party 5, whatever it's called? I think you know what I'm talking about. Then you get You're the Bob-omb. Like I said, there's nothing really necessarily bad with the minigame. Yeah, sure, it is a little boring, but it's just another one of those luck minigames. Honestly, this one and number 8 could both be interchangeable. You're the Bob-omb is just one of those meh, boring minigames that, like, it's, there's nothing else I have to say. It's just one of those boring minigames. It's not terrible, though. It is kind of fun, but at the same time, it's just kind of annoying and boring. So, yet again, not much else I have to really say about it. It's just a meh choice, meh minigame. So let's go on to number 6, which is... Yeah, I don't remember what this minigame's called either, but I don't know what it is. This minigame just kind of bores me, in my opinion. You're just shooting at these alien things that are getting closer and closer to you. Hooray. So much fun. And it's kind of odd, because I do like these type of minigames usually, but I don't know. Like, Mario Party 8 just ain't my Mario Party. So, it's just not one of them that I'm really just like, oh yeah, I love this minigame. It's in my favorite Mario Party type of one. I also don't really like the motion controls in this one where you have to move around. It's every Mario Party 8 minigame has to be freaking motion controls, because why not? This is yet again just another one of those boring type of minigames. It's not necessarily bad, it's just boring in my opinion. And there's not much else I have to say. Let's go on to number 5. And I think this is where the minigames start getting actually start getting bad. They're not just more of a, oh yeah, I'm bored, so I don't like this minigame type of thing, or it's a boring minigame, or it's just another one of those dumb luck ones. This is where the minigames start getting bad. So let's go to number 5, which is... So this one is what I like to call Road to Victory. Remember how in the last minigame I was complaining about the motion controls? Well, guess what? This one's even more of the motion controls. So that's perfect. Not just that, but this is yet again just one of those annoying, just dumb old boring minigames. You thought I was going to say luck, huh? It's not luck, it's just very boring, and you have to keep moving your Wii remote up and down, just to get to a little island. Hooray. Okay, I kind of lied. This minigame still isn't really terribly bad, but it's definitely really boring. Like, there's just nothing to it. You just row a boat from point A to point B. And then, congratulations, you made it to the island. So fun. I would much rather play this than, let's say, Mario Party 6, for an example, or Mario Party Superstars. Yeah, Road to Victory is not no victory, in my opinion. It's more of a disappointment. Now let's go. Okay, now the minigames are going to start getting bad. At number 4, which is... Yeah, we're starting the bad side of the list off with Flip the Chimp. Usually I like this type of minigame, like in the Mario Party 7 one, for an example, where it's it's you versus DK, and you have to get to the tippy top of the mountain. But then you have Flip the Chimp, which is... it's no fun. And then you have this part at the end. where you get a chimp slowly sliding down the pool behind you. That is probably one of the most creepiest things in a Mario Party game. Wouldn't you like to stand behind a tree and one of those creepy chimps just climb down the tree or just slide down the tree behind you? It can be a pretty creepy minigame. What were they thinking? And overall, the pacing is just super slow in the minigame. Unlike the one from Mario Party 7 with you versus DK, you can easily flip from back and forth. This one, it takes a little bit for you to flip back and forth. These type of minigames are okay if done right, like get to the top. This one is definitely one of the worser ones, in my opinion. Now let's move on to number 3, which is... That's right, Crank to Rank. Ay, ay, ay. Motion controls... Oh, wow, I just did that. Okay, so anyway, Crank to Rank. Yeah, another motion control style minigame. Hooray! And guess what? This one's even more boring than Flip the Chimp. I just don't find what's interesting about motion controls that it has to be in basically every single minigame in this Mario Party. At least Flip the Chimp is something that they're trying to recreate. Crank to Rank is a brand new minigame where you just crank the odd Wii remote clockwise, which of course is a lot harder than going counterclockwise, and you make it to the top. I will say though, this Crank to Rank version is better than the Mario Party Top 100 Crank to Rank version, because instead you use touchscreen, and that is also a very wonky way of doing it. At least this one, it's a little easier, but even still, even the background and scenery is boring. It's just Peach's castle again. Hooray. Like, we need to be reminded of Mario 64 again and again and again and again, because then it gets overrated and whatever. Crank to Rank, boring, pretty bad minigame. Let's move on to number 2, which is... So as you can see here at number 2 is good old Balancing Act. Oh yeah, this is definitely a balance and an act, but it's no fun. It's just another one of those dumb motion control minigames, because why the heck not? And would you look at that, I won. Hooray. There was one time when I played this minigame and I just didn't know what the controls were. You see, this is why you don't make motion controls. You can make it go diagonal, up, down, sideways, whatever the heck you want to do. I'm just happy there's a button that lets me see what the controls are. Balancing Act overall is just another one of those generic point A to point B things. And usually, like I said, depending on the minigame, it can be really fun. But Balancing Act overall is just boring. And it can be pretty hard too to know at first how to get the right motions. I had to look up the controls before playing this minigame, which is why I actually won. Last time I played this minigame, I was just all over the place because I did not know what the heck to do. But it's Mario Party 8. It's motion control, family-friendly motion control, whatever. Balancing Act, definitely one of the worst Mario Party 8 minigames. Now let's go on to the number 1 worst Mario Party 8 minigame, and that minigame is... Yes, Rotation Station. Hey, how would you like a minigame that's 100% not really based on motion controls, but how would you like a very odd camera-styled minigame? Wouldn't that sound like so much fun? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's just one of those dumb move the camera minigames. And it's not even like terrible, it's just so odd. It's so odd it is terrible, if you know what I mean. Like, hooray. It's another one of those get to point A to point B type of minigames. At least it's not a luck minigame, but it's just such an odd minigame. Like, I don't know what to say here. It feels like I'm playing one of those hard Mario Bros. Games almost all over again. Hooray, that's what I wanted Mario Party to feel like. A hard Mario Bros. Game. I just find it very odd trying to move all the... Why moving the camera is such a good idea in a minigame. And guess what? One wrong move and you fall down to the ground. So I am glad I somehow did this minigame. Yeah, whatever. Honestly, none of the minigames in Mario Party 8 are downright terrible. Like, even including even ones like comparison like Mario Party 5, 6, and 7. The ones that were really low in those Mario Parties were a lot worse than the ones that were low in this Mario Party. Honestly, none of the minigames in this Mario Party are just downright terribly bad. So, yes, some are definitely mediocre and some are definitely a lot worse than others, but in comparison to the GameCube Mario Parties, even the like worst of worst aren't too terrible. Sure, this minigame compilation definitely isn't the best. Like, I've definitely seen better in all 4 GameCube Mario Parties. Overall, like I just said, Mario Party 8 just is not for me. I don't enjoy it that much, and I'd just much rather play all 4 GameCube ones, or even the newest Mario Party Superstars. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!